Good evening and welcome to another live stream, live from stunning Abruzzo. What else can I say? We're back. Are you glad we're back? I'm certainly glad. Sorry we missed last week, and things are actually going to be changing shortly because we do realise that I've had to cancel a few shows over the last few months, which I never really did in the beginning. But Tuesday's becoming a little bit awkward, so it looks like from June we're actually going to move our live sessions to a Wednesday because we think it's going to be a better day for us here, and it means we should have less cancellations. But I'll let you know more about that once we decide to do that. But it does look like from June it will be the same time, but it will be on Wednesdays. I will confirm that from next week. So how are things? Hope everybody's doing well. Write in the chat box. Let us know that people out there are watching and that I'm not just sat here talking to myself, which sometimes I do, but I'd rather not bother tonight if you don't mind. So right away in the chat box, let us know where you are in the world, because tonight's show is everybody's favorite. It's Meet the Home Buyers, or tonight it's Meet the Home Buyer. But we've got an S on for some reason, but it's Meet the Home Buyer. And it's a fellow Brit as well that's coming on. We don't see many Brits on here, do we? It's mainly you folk from the US or Canada, but we've got a fellow Brit on tonight, and she's going to tell us all about how she found us out here in Abruzzo, and about her little slice of heaven in a town which I'm not going to tell you until she comes on. Hello from Troy and Tanya, Nova Scotia, Preza, Tony rocks. Have you noticed now Troy's saying that because the house is now in his name, he's just going to keep this up now, and I'm going to have to find a way of banning him off the live streams. I'm sure I'll find it with no problem at all. So this evening, what have we got? We've got, obviously, it's Meet the Home Buyers. We've also got Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trauma. Who are new to this, what that is, because it's got absolutely nothing to do with Italian houses, but there you go. We've also got stunning photo of the week. There's actually two stunning photos of the week, and that's because I'm getting a little bit of backlog. So many people are sending me these photographs, and make sure you keep doing it because it is excellent. And then I actually forgot to mention this to you, Tony, the producer. We've actually got a new little section, just a new little section. It's not going to be every week, but this is called Pentro Pete's Paparazzi Pics. Did you hear that, Tone? Do you know what?
I'm intrigued.
You don't know what it is yet, do you?
No,
what's it called again?
Pentro Pete's Paparazzi Pics.
Nice one. I'll tell you what that is in a second, and I'll let you know what Pentro Pete is for all of you that don't know who it is. So that's what's coming up on tonight's show. It's going to be a great one. It's always nice to speak to Meet the Home Buyers, so you can actually speak to people in person. And Rachel, who will be coming on soon, also did one of our tours. So she's done a little bit of everything with us, so that's going to be it's going to be good to hear. So let's get kicked off. We need some let's do a few, what have I got to do? A few notices. I will mention Patreon shortly. First of all, I'm going to mention the tours. We've actually got a new tour next week. It's the last one before summer, because then we pick up again in September. There is actually 2 seats available next week. So if any of you are in the area and you think, you know what, I'm going to join that tour, then it starts next Thursday and next Friday. We actually meet next Wednesday for the aperitivo evening. But it's next Thursday and next Friday. We've got 2 spaces left. So if anybody does feel like booking it, then come along and have a look around the area, have a look at some properties. It may just work perfectly for you if you're here in the area. So that is next Thursday and next Friday. For those of you who are already joining that tour, you've all had emails from me. There's just one person that's not responded, but I will be sending that person a couple more emails. But we're going to start the WhatsApp group on that between tomorrow and Thursday. So the WhatsApp group will be set up for next week's tour in the next couple of days, and then we'll give you more notices on that. As for the tours at the end of the year, I don't like talking about that because we're only in May, soon to be June, but it's September the 25th, 26th, October 23rd, 24th, and November the 6th and 7th. September the 25th and 26th is over half full now. So we are expecting that one to completely fill. So if you are interested in joining the tours, then have a look on our website, www.ahomeinitaly.com/tours. Always remember that it is ahomeinitaly.com, because there is another domain that's just called homeinitaly.com. And you don't want to go on there, do you? You want to go on ours. So remember, it's ahomeinitaly.com. If you go on there, click on tours, you can find out all about them. They are brilliant things to come along, especially those of you who feel like you can't buy remotely yet, but you still want to come and have a look first and have a little touchy feel around the area, get to know the place and all that kind of thing. Then it is definitely worth coming along the tour. Tony's turned that ticker off at the bottom of the screen. Have you turned the ticker off, Tone? It's ticker tone. Have you turned the? Is oh, there you go. There you go. He was looking for the website. Look, there you go. That's to help you out. At homeinitaly.com. Click on tours and see what it's all about. They're fantastic. We get to see around 20 properties. I think the last tour was a record. I think we saw 24 properties, and I think it was something like 12 locations in 2 days. So they are quite intense, but you get to see a mixture of everything, and you also get to meet some brilliant people, and everybody's looking to do the same thing. And all the tour groups, every time we have a WhatsApp group, they keep in touch with each other from the first tour. People still keep in touch, which is fantastic. So it is really good. If you're interested in that, like I said, next week if you're in the area. If not, but one of these, September 25th, 26th, October 23rd, 24th, November 6th and 7th. There's plenty of spaces on the October and November one, which I would expect at this time of the year, but September is booking up really quick. So, and as soon as that does get booked up, then obviously people are going to move on to the next day. So make sure you join us on that. Then I want to give you a little bit more information. People, again, have been asking me about Patreon. Patreon's had a sudden jump, which is fantastic. There's 173 Patreons. Tony keeps knocking my things off there. Can you see the... why is everything disappearing, Tony? Is it you that's doing it? Are you... What are you doing? You're messing with things again?
Oh, I've actually just knocked my water all over the place. So I may have touched it by mistake.
Tony, the producer, doing a great job as usual. I think it's about time we moved on, to be honest with you. So to replace him, we are doing interviews from anybody up to 8 years old. No, sorry, that's a bit unfair. Up to 6 years old, or clever dogs. That's absolutely fine as well. We don't mind. We definitely work with that. So joining us on Patreon. I do mention Patreon a lot now because I've had a number of people that have said to me, you should push Patreon more. And you know me, I don't like to push. But I do, obviously, my job is to push things, but I don't want to push people into thinking that they have to pay and that kind of thing. Because obviously, if you're not ready to purchase, you may not even want to purchase. You may just enjoy coming on these Tuesday nights. This is never going to change. We're always going to be live and always going to be free for you. And then, obviously, we have the tours and that kind of thing. But Patreon is now becoming something that we are using more and more. And the way it works is obviously you see the properties that go on Saturdays on the Saturday show on YouTube. Now a large number of those do sell very quick. The percentage is high. So they don't usually last very long after they've been on there. But when you go onto the website and click on properties, it will take you to the list of the ones that are still available. And because, as I keep telling you, we're not traditional estate agents, we work with other agents. We like to have a hands-on feely around the houses that we put on our video channel. It's really important. And then we also get our agents that send us properties, but this is how we decide which ones are going to actually video. So we've got a number of agents that we work with, and they will send us properties with videos. And in the past, they just used to send me photographs, but I started to tell them to send videos so I could have a look through the video and decide if it was one for the channel. But obviously, they don't all make it onto the channel because if we're doing, I don't know, if we've got 3 properties in Palambaro, I can't put week after week after week in Palambaro. So we have to mix it up a bit. So what happens with Patreon is you get to see not only the 2 days earlier than the Saturday video property, so you get to see that on a Thursday with no adverts from YouTube and all that kind of thing. But now we're starting to put more and more properties that the agents send to us. So there's going to be exclusive content that nobody gets to see. And it's a great way. If you're ready and really serious about buying a property in Italy, it is a great thing to join because you know that we're here handpicking these properties and putting them out there, and we do try and put something for every budget. So it is something that is it's a great way to find that perfect property. Obviously, our system, our way of doing things may not suit everybody. That's fine. We're not traditional agents. This is what we do. But we're out there handpicking places and saying to you, these, in our opinion, are fantastic properties. And we push them onto Patreon and people can see it. So if you are interested in joining Patreon, just to give you a quick example, this is what it looks like when you come on as a member. As you can see, I've just put this on today, telling people what's happening this week. So tomorrow at 3 p.m. they're going to have an exclusive view at a property, a fantastic property in Popoli, that's come from one of our agents there. And then on Thursday they will have early access to Saturday's YouTube. And this is the kind of thing we put on there. Look at this was a property that we put on there. Look at the beautiful ceilings. This is in Raiano, 85,900 including all fees and taxes. These have not made it to the site, and the way our site works now, everything's been done through Patreon. This one possibly will get a video done from it if it doesn't get snapped up by patrons. But this is the kind of thing that you see. So if you're serious about doing this, either jump on one of the tours or jump on Patreon, because you really will see the value behind it. It costs €14 per month, 14. So it's not, we're not doing this to make loads of money. That's not what it's all about. Just to keep the running costs going for that kind of thing. But it is a fantastic thing to join. Okay, let's quickly, because I feel like I'm rabbiting on now. So let's get quickly what we got next on. We will do the, what's it called? It's going to be my mind's completely gone. It's stunning photo of the week. Let's do that. The stunning photo of the week. Here you go. This is from my friend Don, who bought a place in Popoli. We should call him Popoli Don, maybe. Oh no, he's not been on the live show yet. Don and his wife will come on. I'm sure they'll come on and meet the home buyer. But he sent me a photograph saying the photographs that Domenico took of our terrace just doesn't do it justice, he said. And he was so happy. And this is part of the view looking over the town of Popoli that he wanted to share with everybody on Patreon. So I thought I would give him that. Then we've actually got another one for you tonight. And this has come from this person we have already given a name to. This is from Capistrano Marco. And he actually wrote on there, Italy David, that's what he calls me. I don't know why he calls me David. Only my mum calls me David, but there you go. Italy David caught a lot of flack for suggesting we open up the view behind our pool, which was true. He bought and I just mentioned, I don't like killing trees, don't get me wrong, and he hasn't. They're still there. They're just going to be smaller. But sometimes you just need to open up the view, and that's what he's done. So look at that. That is stunning. So when his swimming pool is back open and running, his view is going to be like, even though he put the after above the before, but there you go. That's Capistrano Mark. He's completely crazy. He's probably watching tonight as well. So that's the two stunning photos of the week. How do I get rid of this now? I feel like I've not done this for weeks. It was only last week I was off. And then let's just quickly do the new thing, which is called, when I find it, Pentro Pete's paparazzi pic. Now you're probably wondering who's who's Pentro Pete. Pentro Pete came famous when he came on our Meet the Home Buyer in a town called Pentro, and people just went to Pentro to find him. So what I did is I gave people a little bit of a the last time he was on, which I think was a few weeks ago, I said to people, go to Pentro, find him, take a photograph with the famous Pentro Pete and send it to us, and we will and we'll put it on the show. And I wasn't expecting anybody to do it, but somebody actually did from the last tour. Let me just get this on. They actually went to Pentro, and this is James and Wendy from the last tour, and they found the famous Pentro Pete. There he is, look. They're staying in Pentro. They hunted him down. He's usually found either sleeping on park benches or in bars and restaurants. No, he's not. I'm only joking. Usually found in restaurants or bars somewhere, definitely, or just walking around. And that's Pentro Pete. And well done to James and Wendy for finding him and taking a photograph. So what can we say? If you are in Pentro, find him out. Find Pentro Pete. Take a photograph of him and send it in, and we'll add it to Pentro Pete's paparazzi pics. This show's just. I think we're just losing control. I really do think there's some. We need to stop this time. We need to start being more serious. Oh God, here we go. Here we go. Even though it's 7:15, Rachel, we're coming to you soon. It's Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials. Anybody that doesn't know what this is, Tony's going to come on and speak in his best Italian, a famous quote from a film, and Domenico is going to come on later. Domenico is our agent over in the Sulmona side. He's gonna come on and say the same quote in his best English, and at that point, and only at that point, who said that? Tried to find Pete no joy, did somebody right there? Brilliant. Domenico is going to come on and he's going to do the best English, and only at that point can you then try and guess the film. Okay, Tony, are you ready to come on? Who else was in Pacento? Al. Oh, it's Al. Al's tried to find Pacento. You have to keep looking, Al. He's like what can we need another name for him. We need another of what he is. You just have to hunt him down. You'll find him. Okay, let's bring him on. You ready for this?
Hey up.
I'm running late. It's 7:17 already. So all right, I'm going to send it you, and you got to just get on with it. Okay, then we can get.
Oh, right.
Get Rachel, because she's far more. Tell it. What do you say? She's far more to look pleasing to the eye than you. Are you ready?
Yeah, go on then. I'm waiting.
In your best Italian, I've sent it to you. In your own time.
Oh my God! It's a book.
It is a bit long, but I think I'm letting people off this week again. I think this is a bit easy. And people, I think, will get it. But go on. It's one of my favorite films of all time. Go for it.
Okay. Signore and signori.
Hang on a second. You need to do it in a female voice.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Go. Yes, okay. Is that better?
Maybe not that. Females don't speak like that, but go for it.
Signore and signori, è la vostra hostess a parlare. Ci scusiamo per ogni inconveniente che il movimento improvviso della cabina potrebbe aver causato. Ci è dovuto alle sacche di aria. Per ditti che abbiamo incontro non c'è motivo di allarmarsi e ci auguriamo che vi godiate il resto del volo. A proposito, c'è qualcuno a bordo che sa pilotare un aereo.
Not bad. It started good. A bit rough towards the last half, but not bad.
The eyes go by if I read too much.
We'll see you later. Oh dear. There you go. Did anybody no, don't start guessing yet. Wait for the end. Okay, it's time. It's time to bring on Meet the Home Buyer. Otherwise, we're not going to have any time with her. So let's bring her on. It's Rachel.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you doing? You all right?
Yes, fine, thank you.
You're looking very, very glamorous and very.
Thank you.
How's the UK? Is it still like it always has been, or?
It's okay. The weather's good, which is unusual.
Yes.
Yeah, but apart from that, it's normal life.
You're missing a certain place over here, which will tell people in a short while where you are. So your screen seems to be. Oh no, it's stopped now. It seems to be going in and out a bit, but it's all right. It seems to work fine now. So Rachel, there's going to be lots of people that, and especially ladies who are looking to have a bit of an adventure on their own, and lots of people say, has anybody done this? I know we've had sort of Barbara from Texas, and we had somebody else on as well that's done this. You came originally with your daughter on one of the tours, which we'll talk about shortly. How did all of this come about? Why did you suddenly think, I want to buy a place in Italy?
I'd started off sort of looking around Europe because I wasn't really sure where I wanted to end up. And I'd looked at France because I know people there. And then I came across your channel. I was looking on YouTube. I started following you. I didn't really know Abruzzo. I'd been to the north of Italy. And then I just started watching your channel on a regular basis, looking at the houses, and thought I've got to go and see it all for myself. And that was how it began. And now, obviously, I've bought a place and did a tour, and it's amazing. The house is beautiful.
So when you came out on the tour, obviously you'd never been here before. Had you been to Italy before?
Yes, but north.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you just said that. Yeah, sorry.
Mm,
But so you'd not been to Abruzzo or anything like this. You'd no
no,
idea what to expect. So obviously
no,
on the tour, it was a great group, if I remember rightly.
yeah.
What were your expectations? Did you just think I'll just go along with it and just see what it's like, or what were you thinking at that stage?
Mm, well, I just obviously I'd been watching your channel, so it all looked like it would be fun. I came to Italy a few days before we did the tour to have a look around and went to different locations, so I'd started to get a feel for the place. And then obviously came on the tour. It was so much fun. Everybody we met, I mean, we just enjoyed the days that we loved the houses we saw. Um, it was just great. And then obviously the house I ended up buying was the second to last house we saw. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what made me do it. I just, I, I've always sort of had this thing about being abroad. I just think Abruzzo is beautiful, unspoilt. Even with Pescara being quite busy, it still feels quite homey. I live right near Brighton, and obviously I've lived around this area for a long time. And it has that same sort of feel. It's busy with tourists at the Monte Silvano end, but actually you've still got that really lovely old part of Pescara, and the shops are fabulous, and yeah, just everything about it I fell in love with.
So that was Pescara. And then when we started moving around the area,
Yeah,
how did you feel then? Obviously, we did the Sulmona side and all of that first, and then the second day we came to Pal. So, because obviously, as you say, Pescara is quite bustling, and the rest of it. And then when you move out, you sort of
yeah.
we'll touch on this in a second. Troy's just said our girl Rachel. So Troy was on your tour, asking if you'd been swimming. We will tell people.
Oh, ha ha.
We will tell people what that means later.
Thank you.
So how did you feel then when you were sort of on the you come out of Pescara and go into some of the smaller towns and villages? Did you suddenly think, oh no, this is too isolated? Well, obviously you didn't because you bought, but how did you feel then once you start getting into seeing these other places?
I mean, there wasn't one place that I can say I really wouldn't have minded living in. I stayed in Popoli, looked around Popoli. We went to Popoli on the tour. I
There's a
went,
picture of Popple as well, so I'm just showing people.
yeah,
So obviously you took these photos. A great picture that by the way, that one. But these are all photographs that you took. So this is while you were staying in Popple, was it? This?
yes, that was in the little B&B that we found in Popoli.
Right.
And we stayed there, and then obviously on the tour we did that side of the mountain, and there were some absolutely beautiful places, but I don't know what it was about Fara San Martino, but even just arriving in the town, it was so lovely. And actually I felt I preferred that side of the mountain, but that was just a preference
Yeah.
that I had. I loved the fact that there was lots of walking. I loved the Green River. It's near to places, but it was I didn't want anywhere that was really bustling. I wanted to still feel like I could be part of an Italian community.
Yep.
And I've been really lucky with the chap that I bought the house from, because he's come and visited me at the house, and he's been really helpful. And he's offered, I've ordered things on Amazon, he's offered to take them in for me. So you start to feel like you're integrating into their society, which is what I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
I struggle with my Italian. I'm learning. It's not easy, but my phone is amazing, and Google Translate and everything. So yeah, we've managed to communicate. So it's really lovely.
Brilliant. And a number of people off your tour, bought as well. Claire, who's going to be another meet the home buyer. She's put, I wondered who would bring the swimming up. Congrats, Rachel. We have both made our dreams come true from the September tour. We'll get onto the swimming bit in a while, because people are going to want to know. So obviously you did the tour, you enjoyed the tour, you found the place. We're going to talk about the house shortly. You did change at that point, because it almost, I think when people find something, it's almost like it's a dream for everybody. And then it becomes a nervous sort of dream, but then all of a sudden reality kicks in, when all of you think, I'm actually going to do this. But it was really, you came with your daughter as well, and she seemed to be really excited for you as well. I mean, that's a huge thing.
Yep. I mean, the family are all behind me. I've got grandchildren as well, but it will be a base for us to stop at, and the house is big enough to accommodate the family. It was just lovely. And yes, as you said, my daughter Lauren, she thoroughly enjoyed doing the tour too. And yeah, I mean, I haven't looked back. And obviously, like you said, you do feel a bit nervous when you're sort of going to sign on the dotted line. But to be honest, I've never had a second where I thought, oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's the first day I got there, even though we had a little hiccup with the gas not turning on immediately, but everything was just perfect, and we found treasures in the house, and yeah, it's just lovely, honestly.
So when you found, again, I'm talking because I'm going to show some pictures of the area that you took shortly, but so because I asked this to everybody, obviously you're in the UK, which is much closer to Italy than the vast majority of clients that come from sort of US, Canada, and places like that. But obviously everybody's still doing the same thing. You're listening to us and saying, send this money here and send this money here, and all of a sudden big chunks of money are coming out from your savings and all the rest of it, and you're sending it to. Did you ever feel maybe I shouldn't do that? How did the whole process seem to in that sort of, in that sense?
I never had a minute's worry about that. I mean, I used your friend David.
David Nixon.
Yes, I used David Nixon, and obviously Silvana was there every minute of the. When I was, you're nervous, like you said, about sending money, but I never had to worry at all. There was always somebody there to help, and Silvana was great at that point, and can't speak highly enough of her, because she answered every question I ever had. David Nixon organised the transfer. It was so easy. I'm trying to sell my parents' house at the minute in England. Wow, totally different. So
I'm glad
it was the most easy process, and if anybody feels like they want to do it as a woman on your own, give it a go. Life's too short to worry about these things. I'm so looking forward to being able to spend a bit more time out there when I retire.
Yeah, I know, and you've got such a passion for it as well, which is great. I know when you come out, you sent me a few photographs as well. I do want to show some pictures that you did. So traveling around the area, you hired a car. Did you drive around with no problem at all?
Oh, I love driving around there. It's exciting.
But seriously, how do you find it? Did you find it really, were you really worried at first, or how do you find the driving? So lots of people do ask that kind of thing.
I do lots of driving here. I got in the car, set off. It's sometimes using the road map is a little bit scary. But apart from that, it's just fun. You know, you get about, you can go and see what you want to see. I've driven backwards and forwards. I've been to IKEA. I've been to Megalo and done shopping. I've driven around to small villages, gone and seen what's local to the house. I found I've got a nice little supermarket not too far away. I've got everything I need there. I would recommend having a car, obviously, because if you do want to go and do stuff, it's tricky without. You can use buses. I have found out about the bus, you know, sort of going to Chieti and things like that. But I don't mind the driving at all.
Now, I think on our side of the mountain, where you are at Palombara, Faro San Martino, Carsoli, I think it is better with a bus. You know, obviously the other side of the mountain, Sulmona, Rayant, they have a bit better transport, but because we're a little bit more rural, but obviously we also have the benefits of the stunning scene, the incredible scenery that we have at this side. So just breaking off a little bit, because you sent this photograph as part of your as part of what you sent to me. This is obviously from the tour, I think, and this is the Trabocchi coastline with the famous Trabocchi. So I just wanted to show a little picture from the tour. I wish I would have got the famous picture, but nobody did. So do you remember this little beach area then?
I do. And actually there was a photograph because my daughter shamed me.
Well, because on this photograph, you and Lauren, it is Lauren, isn't it?
It is, yes.
You two are sat here on the rock. So what actually happened then on this little spot that we stopped off on the tour? What happened?
It was a beautifully hot sunny day, and I thought, I'll just go in for a paddle, as you do. And my daughter was sat on the rock watching me, and I went in a little bit too far because I'm always a bit too adventurous in some areas. And my feet were stuck in the stones. And as I stepped back, I lost my balance and ended up going in for a little bit of a splash. Unfortunately, my dress went see-through. So my daughter took a picture of my bloomers. And it's now a family joke, as well as obviously online.
Well, Lauren, if you're listening, I will pay for that photograph so we can show it on the next live stream. So I'm
going to put it in my house. I'm going to blow it up, put it in my house.
But the mad thing was, I'd just come round the corner as you were sort of being helped out, because it's quite difficult getting out because it's stones as well at that point, at that part. And I missed the whole thing, so I didn't get the photographs myself, probably just as well. Yeah, and then we had to still jump on the coach then to get back to Pescara, so that was all good fun. But there you go, you took it with in your stride, even though Tony told me that Lauren was pretty much laughing all the way back to Pescara.
Oh, honestly, that girl, she's a yes. But she thought it was just hysterical that Mother had dunked herself. But I did too, in all fairness. I love to take that, you know, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at, really?
Exactly. So I'm just showing a few pictures. This is from Penipiedimonte. So obviously Fara was the place for you. So you say it felt different when you drove into the town. What was it about Fara that just got you?
It was, as you come, the vista as you come in with the church to your right, the little piazza, there were people just sort of milling around. There were your proverbial little old men sat there on the step having a chat. But the view as you come in, the backdrop of the mountains, just unbelievable. And I came out in March and the snow was still on the mountains, and it's such a contrast, but there's beauty in all seasons. It's just lovely.
I agree. Tammy's just said, I don't know if you remember Tammy off the tour. She says, I have a photo of Rachel in the water also. So I'm always in touch with Tammy, so I'll get it off her.
I think she was the very kind person that came to rescue me, because my daughter was laughing too much to help, to be honest.
Okay, so let's talk about the house. I mean, obviously when we went to Faro San Martino, this was because on the tours we tend to get properties that are literally just out. So I'd never seen this particular property, and Claudio It was the agent that obviously, I know you know this, but they're telling everybody else that Claudio's the agent that works at this side, and he's terrible at taking photographs. And he sent me a photograph of your property. I don't know where he'd taken the photographs from, but he must have just. And I was like, well, this doesn't seem anything special. And I said, I don't think we should see it on the tour. And then at the last minute, we were talking, and I said we'd need something else in Faro San Martino because we'd just sold one before it. So we went to see it, and I was completely shocked when I saw it because it was nothing like I expected. And so I'm gonna let's just start showing. I love this photograph you took. Where is it? This one here. I think it's a great. This you could turn it into black and white, and this just seems like something from the times gone by. Which explain to people which part's yours.
So as we're looking at the photograph, the two stone balconies are so the two stone balconies that are the bedrooms. So the property itself is 3 stories. It's got a very cute little roof terrace. The access is a bit difficult to it, but I'm having that sorted out. And then I've got the first and second floor in the apportioned part to the left.
Yeah, so this, I mean, looking at it from here, because it almost looks, it's a traditional townhouse in the sense that people will have bought next door at some point, because it does look like there's a line coming down here. So this looks like one part, but you actually own all of this, don't you?
Not the top portion, not the top floor on no, but the two below that. So the lowest one is the kitchen, which and then there's the one above is the second bedroom.
Okay, so but you go up to here, don't you? And then
that's the third bedroom.
Yeah. And the other thing and then this is your roof terrace here that you now, is it this one your roof terrace?
You can't actually see it because it's got the roof around it, but I'm happy it has, because I'm gonna have some solar panels put on the roof.
Right, excellent. I should really know this, but I'm confused with it now. But yeah, I'm starting to remember now the layout of it, because when you go in, it starts opening up. It's absolutely fantastic. And the other amazing thing about your place, which I absolutely love, is the tiles throughout. You've got some incredible tiles going off.
Gorgeous. Absolutely love them. I mean, it was that I went into the house, I don't know what it was, and there have been when we were there in March, my sister-in-law came with me, and it was bizarre, but there were so many things that just evolved from being there that almost made me feel like it was absolutely the place I should have bought.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it almost seemed really. I mean, I know everybody is, but you seem to have got such an attachment to this place straight away and so quickly. And that seemed to calm the nerves of everything. And considering you're doing this on I know your sister-in-law came out and you did lots of work, didn't you? And that kind of thing. But you just seem to have got this amazing passion. It was almost like when people say house spoke to me, I think it did yours, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And as I said, there's just been funny little things as we were going around the house. There were connections just things that took our breath away, actually. So yeah, it was meant to be.
So you and your sister-in-law came. Obviously, it wasn't a wreck inside, but it needed a good clean. Which I mean, you sent me a number of photographs as you were doing it.
Yeah, we were busy.
But you got it looking like home in no time at all, which is fantastic.
Well, we're going to, so we had fun moving the settee because it was in the dining area that I'm going to now use as a dining area.
Which is that part when you first come in, isn't it? Into the house.
Yes, exactly. And we had a lot of, that's my bedroom floor. So that's the top bedroom. That's the top floor. That's the bedroom I've commandeered, but I love the floor. I'm going out in a couple of weeks to start just painting everywhere cream.
Yeah. So just tell us, sorry, you were saying about them, then we'll come back to your bedroom floors because they're amazing tiles, some of these.
Sure.
So the settee you took then from the entrance part into the living room to make it a proper living room.
Yeah, absolutely. It was fun without a doubt. I was asking my brother for help. He's upstairs.
Right.
But I was asking him for some guidance because we tried everything and we got it stuck going out into the little toilet, and I was pinned against the wall and we were laughing. And then I'm saying to my brother, can you just give us some guidance? And as we slid the settee back into the lounge, thinking we were actually going to have to give up, we found that the arm fell off the side of the settee. So we realised that actually they detached, and we managed then to take it through the kitchen and back into the lounge. So we did loads of cleaning, found some amazing bits and pieces that the lovely family from who'd lived there before had left us.
That's a great
And
story about your brother. So I'm presuming your brother passed away because he wasn't upstairs, literally, was he? But
no,
I know what you're saying. What a great story though to hear something like that. Amazing, absolutely
yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
So
there were a couple of things that happened whilst we were there, really spooky. I was going off to buy an Italian coffee pot, and I started clear. I don't know whether you remember, but there's a very large wood unit in what's now the lounge,
yeah,
and I started opening the doors to give everything a clean out, and I said to my sister-in-law, "Oh, I've just found a coffee pot. There was a coffee pot in there." So I said, "Oh, we haven't got to go shopping for one of those." When I picked it up, it had Zanzibar written on it.
right.
Um, and Zanzibar was the last place my brother took my sister-in-law. So it was just little things that really made it so special when we were there.
Incredible, absolutely brilliant, and that makes it all the better place for you to feel, like I said, this connection to it, and then for all these things to happen. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So this is going to be your bedroom. We said these floors are these. Sorry, I'm just put it on back on the screen. These floors are amazing in
Yeah.
this room, and for a townhouse, because usually floors like this are you find them in palazzos. You know, I mean, yours is a beautiful house. Don't get me wrong, but it's a townhouse, and it to have all these floors in it. If you were to buy these today, they just cost so much money. It's ridiculous. And I think yours is one of the probably the best in terms of the tiles in a townhouse I've ever seen. They're just absolutely incredible. So you're going to be on the third floor. Is there a bathroom on the third, or are you on the second?
No, and Gianmarco has been obviously round when I was there last
Yeah.
time. So we've sort of settled on an agreement. I don't want to spoil the floor.
Yeah.
And if I put a bathroom up there, it's a lot more work.
Yeah.
So I've decided I'll forego the bathroom upstairs because I've only got to go down one level.
Exactly.
And then we're going to I'm having the bathroom remodeled, and I'm going to have some patio doors put into the bathroom because I didn't know that I had a little balcony.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So, but you couldn't tell from outside because both of the entrances onto those balconies have been made into windows. They've closed
Right.
the doors up.
Yeah.
But because they're on the plans, I'm assured that I can open them back up again.
Well, Gianmarco's the expert. He's the guy that we now push to people. He's brilliant. So he knows what he's doing. You haven't got anything to worry about with him. Definitely not. So let's have a look at some of the flooring in the other bedroom, because this is beautiful as well. This flooring.
Yes, that's like the first guest bedroom.
Yeah.
And I mean the second bedroom is amazing as well.
Yeah.
But it's terrazzo, and
Yeah.
actually to take a photograph of it, you don't see the beauty of it.
No,
but it's
it
got the
doesn't.
most amazing colours in it.
Yeah.
Soft pinks, soft greens. It's lovely.
Brilliant. But these are something special. So let's move from the obviously this was the entrance that you've now turned into a dining room. So that's the famous sofa on the right then that you took
Yes.
through to the lounge. So you
Yes.
sent your after photograph once you started getting it more homely, which is absolutely fantastic. So as well as these amazing floors and everything else that the house, I mean, the house is fantastic. You've also got the beautiful views. This is out the front. This is
Yep.
just from the street view, if you want to say. But what you're going to do to get up onto the roof terrace, I know Gianmarco's going to be working on that to get easier access, but you're going to have some amazing views when you get up there. Did you take this then from the roof terrace?
I did, yes.
I mean, that is, and people can't see. I mean, here you're looking at a quarter of it, aren't you? Really, because you must be able to see the whole mountain from your roof terrace.
Well, you can on a clear day. The second viewing I did, you can actually see the sea.
Right, superb. Yeah, because that's only, and then obviously there you've definitely got 360-degree views. So, and then you sent me these other photographs that I'm curious. This is down in the cellar area.
It is. So that's got the date of the house there, 1906, when it was built, and they'd cleared some of it out, but I found some beautiful treasures that I'm going to either use and frame for the house. I think somebody must have been a cobbler that's lived there before, because there were old shoe lasts and equipment and an old bench, a shoe for doing the leather lasting. And then I found some pots, and yeah, this is up the chimney.
I did wonder.
So my sister-in-law, we decided to take the front off the chimney in the kitchen and have a clean and see what was up there, and it blew me away. So that's the actual attachment still for the old cauldron to sit on.
Yeah, amazing.
But all around the edge of the chimney was the old iron, the cook pans, the trivets. So we started cleaning them all up. Yeah, there we are. And started cleaning them all up, and they've come up. They look amazing. So I'm actually going to make a feature of them and keep them in the chimney.
Super.
And I'm going to have I think they call it a pillow, so that I don't have to have it blocked off. You have the pillow installed into the chimney breast, stops things coming down, but stops the heat going out.
Yes. Yeah. Perfect. And then obviously, so this is part of the cantina as well. So it is good to have a rummage around some of these things, because it's a lot of it is history, isn't it? And it's nice to pick out a few little bits that you can use in the house. So absolutely fantastic photographs. My favorite one that you sent, and you sent me this, I think, when you were here as well, which to me was the part where I thought it almost seemed like you're saying, I've done it, and it is this one, and I think it's
that was my first day. We made the bed up, and the sun was shining, and it was just and it felt like home. And I have to say, I haven't slept as well at home as I did in Italy for so many years. I don't know whether it's because you can make the room so dark, because we've got amazing shutters. I love all the old features, but literally I slept amazingly every single night.
So the Italian adventure starts. So when you were here, obviously the nightmare of our life is utilities, and you even gave us a long extended time before you came out, and the gas people were just so you were it was quite cold as well when did you come? Was it February time?
March.
And it was strangely cold, and when we found out the gas wasn't going to be on, it was I think Mark came to the rescue with it for the stufa, but you still had to have cold showers and things, so there was no dampening of spirits then. It was no, that was an adventure, and it was fun, and we laughed our way through it, and it was I mean, it didn't matter. I've had cold showers in the past. The water is pretty cold there, I'm not going to lie. You had to take a deep breath. But Mark was amazing. He bought us out a little Calagas stove so that we could make coffee. And we had cold showers and kept clean, and it was fine. So in terms of sort of spending all the time that you did in Fara San Martino, and so you feel that the choice was right for that town. Then that you're happy with where you are.
Absolutely. It's got loads to offer. We went and found some little shops. As you come out of Fara, past the lovely garden centre. I can't remember what you call the little place there. I don't know whether you know where I'm talking about, but as you've come down out of Fara, there's a lovely garden centre on
Yep.
the right-hand
On the
side.
right-hand side,
And and you come to the end of that road to the T junction, and then you go right, and then you've got Aqua and Saponi, my favourite new shop, and the supermarket next door. And then there was another little row of shops where the gentleman was really helpful because we had to go and buy some more pellets. So, and then we found a DIY store. We just sort of plugged things in and had to drive around and went and explored.
So in terms of, for people, again, I have this conversation so much that some people will think that these tiny towns and villages, that they have nothing in them, or that they're very, very difficult to get around, and there's people worry that there's no hardware shops and there's no thing. How do you find it in the area? What do you find? Did you sort of miss anything? Did you think, oh, it's a shame they haven't got one of these? Or how do you, now you've been a couple of times, how do you feel about sort of for somebody else that's saying to you, is it really remote? What would you have to say?
No, not at all. I think it all depends what mindset you have. I don't go out or go on holiday ever expecting to take England with me. I'm quite happy to leave it where it is, quite frankly. But actually, the supermarkets have got whatever you need. Lovely fresh produce. I wasn't lucky enough. I missed the market at Fara, but apparently there's quite a nice little market on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
There are things going on. But no, I mean, Aqua and Saponi and having the supermarket there, they've got everything. There's equally a Tigre supermarket within 10 minutes walk of the house. So we toddled up there one evening. And you can get pretty much everything there.
Yeah, that's a great supermarket that's just up there, Tigre.
Yeah, and I didn't try, because we'd gone out for the day and found this other hardware store. But in talking to Antonio, the chap that I bought the house from, there is actually one in Fara, which is literally just up the top of the hill from my house. Yeah. So I'm assured that I can get all my paint and everything there. So I will go and try it out, because I'd rather buy locally if I can.
Yeah, definitely. And did you try the Villetta pizzeria?
I didn't. Literally, I love to cook, and I will go and try it, because I've got my granddaughter and her partner coming out in June for a couple of days, and some friends coming over. So I'm not going to have any peace, but we'll go and try the pizzeria. And also, I've been told that the little restaurant down at the bottom of the I think there's a little water fountain and the park for the children. Yep. I'm told that that's quite good, that restaurant there. So yeah, I'm going to give them a go next time.
There's one just up from you as well that's very good. It actually comes under Civitella, but it is in Fara. And then there's one near the Green River as well that's only open in summertime, and that's great fun to go there for a rostaccini and things like that. So yeah, you definitely picked. So what's the plan? How do you see your future in Italy? What does that look like?
From now, I'm having some work done on the house, so I'm going to have a little bit of work done so that the access to the roof terrace is easier for everyone. I'm having a new bathroom. They're going to do the outside, the little toilet downstairs I'm having done, and then I'm having hopefully having a wall removed and a new kitchen popped in. But apart from that, I'm keeping absolutely every single original feature that I've got, because that is the beauty of the house.
Yeah.
But apart from that, life-wise, as I start to be able to slow down at work, I just want to sort of increase my time coming out to Italy. And already I'm coming out in June, but I've got friends coming and I've got family coming. So, you know, I'm sure it will always be a place where everybody will want to come and visit. There's lots to offer in Farrer and loads of walking and all the things that I like to do.
Yeah. Superb. Absolutely brilliant. Well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your experience with everybody. It's always great to hear from you, and this time see you. Yeah, next time you're out in Farrer, you're gonna have to let us know, because we owe you one for having to have cold showers for a couple of days. So we'll go to that. I'll blame Silvana. She's the one that looks after utilities. I hope she's not watching this. Anyway. So yeah, no, it'd be great to see you when you're next out. So
Lovely.
thank you so much, and make sure you come out as well in August, because they have some amazing festas in Farrer San Martin. Some
Well,
really amazing ones.
I'm going to be I found out unexpectedly I'm going to be a nana again.
Oh, congratulations!
My younger daughter. I thought we were done with all that because my youngest granddaughter is 7,
Right.
and then my daughter announced that she was expecting. So it's sort of curtailed my visits a little bit this year.
Right.
I'm coming back again at the beginning of September.
Right. Okay. Well,
but I should be out for a bit in June, which is lovely. I'm coming out for a couple of weeks in June.
Brilliant. Oh, well, congratulations. That's great news. Really,
Thank
really
you.
good to hear that. Okay, Rachel, thank you so much. We'll catch up with you. We'll catch up with you really soon. And once you've had the works done, then you'll have to come back on and show some photographs and that kind of thing. That'd be brilliant.
Definitely. Lovely.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Thanks, Dave.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. What a great person. She's superb. Well, she's always full of smiles, which is absolutely brilliant to see. Hope you enjoyed that one. Tony, there's no sign of Domenico, is there?
No.
It's supposed to be. This is typical Domenico. That's supposed to be coming on to do the last part of the show. What can we say? If not, you're just going to have to do it. I'm going to actually send him. Sei pronto? Stiamo aspettare per te. Let's see if he answers. Brilliant. That was a good one, wasn't it?
It was very good. Very good. I remember him well.
Quite a few people on the tour as well from that particular tour. When was that? That was September. It was really warm, that tour as well, wasn't it?
It was,
really warm. Okay.
Good job. I just went swimming.
I'll bring you back on in a second, Tony. I just want to So just to let other people know as well that are watching, because I know lots of you are watching that have bought properties here as well. I have set it up, the Facebook group next week. We will be inviting people to it. This is for people that have bought properties through us. The idea is the Facebook group is just for everybody to get to know each other, because obviously people buy in towns, they don't know they don't know anybody that's there, and the idea of the Facebook group is to get this community thing going. That's what we're trying to do. That's what we try to do on these Tuesday nights. That's what we try to do with the way we run our business, is to make people feel that they're not on their own. And that's our job. That's mine and Silvana's job, to make that happen. And then we want to be able to put everybody together in one place where you can all start to meet each other and all that kind of thing. Because that way, then obviously the most important thing is for people to get to know Italians as well. But it's great to have a backup of people that speak the same language, and it's also great to find new friends in the area as well. So those of you who have bought properties through us, and those of you who are going through all of that, we will add you to this Facebook group as well, so you can get to know these people. It looks like Domenico has finally joined us. He's only about 8 minutes late, but we won't say anything. Are you ready, Tony? Let's have a look. Let me just try and bring him back on. Okay, how do we get rid of the? Okay, let's get rid. Let me change this. Domenico, buonasera.
Ciao. Ciao, buonasera.
Che fai? Avete mangiato qualcosa?
No, ancora no.
No, he's just been late. I was asking if he was eating, if that's why I was late. Sei pronto?
Sì, siccome è festa a Vittorino, sono arrivate le giostre, e i figli rientreranno tardi.
Festa, che festa?
Allora, la festa di San Rocco.
Festa di San, so it's Festa in Vittorito.
Yeah.
So there you go. Festa di San Rocco. E che si fa a questa festa? Beve, mangia e beve.
Esatto, come sempre.
So he's saying come sempre, which means like always, at this festa you eat and you drink. So there you go. It's just a bit different to the usual things that we get up to here in Italy. Okay, Tom, can you take the ticker, or shall I get rid of it? Let me just get rid of that, and then it disappears. Okay. Allora, siamo pronti. I think people are going to get this time. So this is the part of the show where Tony, once again in his best Italian, is going to give us give us his version in Italian, and then it's going to be followed by Domenico in English. Ok, Domenico, ti mando adesso un attimo solo. Ok. Tony, are you ready to say yours again? I'll keep an eye on for the winner. Don't worry about that, because I know you like to cheat.
Hey!
It's a little bit long tonight. È un po' lungo.
Yeah,
No.
no.
È un racconto.
Esatto.
Tony, are you ready?
Yeah.
Tony,
Go.
Okay. Signore e signori, I'll start again. Signore e signori, è la vostra hostess a Pallavi. Ci scusiamo per oggi inconveniente che il movimento improvviso della cabina potrebbe aver causato. Ci è dovuto alle sacche d'aria periodici che abbiamo incontrato. Non c'è motivo di allarmarsi e ci auguriamo che vi godiate il resto del volo. A proposito, c'è qualcuno a bordo che sa pilotare un aereo.
Not bad, Tom. Not bad. Sei pronto, Domenico?
Tony, bravissimo.
Grazie, Dome.
Okay, so get ready for Domenico in English, and then you can start to guess. Vai.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your stewardess speaking. We regret any inconvenience the sudden cabin movement might have caused. This is in the periodic air pockets we encountered. There is no reason to become alarm, and we hope and enjoy the rest of your flight. By the way, is there anyone on board you know how to fly a plane?
Bravo.
Hey, bravo. Well done, Dome.
Grazie, Tony. Grazie.
Tony, he blew you out of the ocean today.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Is anybody going to get it?
Somebody got it.
I thought this was easy. Somebody's got to get this. Somebody's got to get. Lorraine's got it. Who was first?
That was it.
Was Lorraine first? I said that you always jump in, don't you? I'm supposed to be the one.
Well, yeah, you're
Because
slow, aren't you?
According to me, Lorraine did to get it first.
Yeah.
Well done. One of my favorite films ever. Absolutely brilliant. Who else got it? David Bourbon got it. Frosh Photo got it. It was too easy, wasn't it, this week?
Yeah.
Who else was? Did Troy's got it?
Scott Ranning was the first Facebook one.
Who was?
Scott
was the first. I can't. Oh, Scott Ranning was the first. So
Facebook.
well done, Scott, and well done to Lorraine, who everybody should know because she was on here as a Meet the Home Buyers. So next week, I had a feeling it was too easy. Next week, settimana prossima, molto difficile.
No.
Assente.
Va bene, Domenico, grazie. Buona serata. Buona festa. Okay. Can't believe that. Told you it was easy though, didn't I? Definitely going to get to. So Rachel's just saying, I should have said a massive thank you to both you and Silvano for making everything possible. There's absolutely, we got that from you, Rachel. There's no problem. You were both amazing throughout the entire process. Well, that's very, very nice of you to say, but that came across anyway, but I really appreciate you sending the message. Right, Tom, we'll see you later. Well done.
Yeah. Oh, can I just say thank you?
Anyway, go on. What did you want to say?
I just wanted, because on the last tour I wasn't very well, and
Right.
I got loads of messages saying, "I hope you're okay."
When it says loads of messages, ladies and gentlemen, you got one. You got one. Well, one from me, one from Silvana,
one from Lewis,
and one from Lewis. Yeah. Go on, get it out there. Get it out there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, because even on here, somebody asked how I was, but yeah, I am fine, thank you, and back in the land of the living again.
Well, there you go. Do you want the little violins out?
No, it's fine. No, I'm more of a man than you. It's fine.
See you later. Well, there you go. What a great thing. So, Rachel, thank you so much, Rachel, for writing that. You'd no need to. It came across more than enough from your interview. I'm sure about that, even though Tony's just taking it off again now. It was an absolute pleasure helping you. I'm just so glad that you're really happy. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for your support. As usual, we really, really do appreciate it. And we are working hard to keep this community going. I absolutely love it that people that have bought, that still come on these Tuesday nights. I think it's great. And I do think it gives you, it makes me happy, because it makes me realize that this community thing that we always wanted to create, yes, there's business involved, and there's the serious thing of buying properties and all the rest of it involved. But to try and create this community of people and seeing people talking to each other the way they do, whether it's because of tours, whether it's just because people are bought in the same area, I think it's fantastic. I love that. That's exactly where we wanted it to be, because nobody should feel alone when they're doing this. We try to make it that way, but it's also really important that you have other backup other than just us, because yeah, that's just important. So thank you to absolutely everybody that keeps coming on and keeps talking on keeps commenting on the YouTube videos and keep coming here Tuesday nights. It really is brilliant. Okay, Lorraine, this makes my day off. See, Lorraine, I wanted to read it, but Tony took it off. Is he putting it back on again? This makes my day off better. I look forward to seeing these sessions. And we look forward, and thank you for joining them, Lorraine, as well, who's just bought a second property in Palambara, so she's going to be coming on again at some point. Lorraine was on, it was about a month ago now. So there you go. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Troy. You guys, sorry. You guys, Tony's, what are you laughing at? I'm allowed a slip of the tongue every now and then. You guys made it happen. Anyway, there you go. Thank you so much, everybody, for your amazing support. As usual, take a look at Patreon. See if we can get an even bigger community getting together on that. Let's get people in some amazing Italian houses and in amazing Abruzzo, because it is simply that. It is amazing. And we look forward to welcoming everybody here. Okay, that's my speech done. Have a fantastic week. We'll see you again next week, just before the tour, just before next week's tour. Looking forward to meeting everybody. Remember, there are 2 spaces left on that. If anybody is in Italy and feel like joining, then go onto the website, www.homebuyer.com, click on tours, and come and join us next week. If not, we'll see you next time. We'll see you next Tuesday. Don't know what we're going to be doing next Tuesday, but it is going to be stunning. Have a fantastic week.